Welcome to E&L TV's Summer Special. I'm your host, Maya Trabulsi. Today we'll be celebrating this great season by visiting some of San Diego's most unique locations, places that give tourists and residents countless ways to really enjoy this city. Whether it means traveling, relaxing, fine dining, or just getting out and finding new and cool things to do, San Diego has it all. Here on E&L TV, we strive to show you the different faces of this great city that you've never seen before. So stay tuned and find out just why San Diego is deemed America's finest city. Sandy beaches as far as the eye can see, a vibrant city skyline, perfect weather year-round. With this killer combination, it's no wonder why San Diego is the perfect summer destination to travel to, or hometown to enjoy. And enjoyment is exactly where we are headed to next. Kick back and let go of all the day-to-day stresses as we take a look at Jennifer Ann's spa.
My name is Jennifer Ashlock, and I own Jennifer Ann Spa and Wellness Center. I started in the skincare industry several years ago doing Mary Kay, and I was pretty successful and I really enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun showing the products to the customers. But I was having a lot of the women say that they would rather come to a facility and receive a higher end treatment and learn more about things that way than in their home. So I decided to go to school to become an esthetician, and I don't like working for other people. So I decided to start the business and focus on the wellness aspect, because that sort of happened at the same time that I figured out all of the health issues that I was having. Well, our spa, we have a lot of the traditional spa services that you would find at other facilities, but the Wellness Center actually incorporates a lot of total body wellness aspects. So we focus on total body wellness from inside and out. So we offer things such as Eastern massage modalities, more facials like chemical peels and microderm. Nutrition counseling will eventually be added. And personal training, colonics, ionizing foot baths, things like that. So we really focus on a total lifestyle change for the client. In addition to the regular spa services, we have the full service salon as well, which is about half the size of the spa portion. So we have hairstylists in who perform all the regular hair treatments, as well as some additional things such as the keratin straightening. It's going to be organic, so it's a little bit better than some of the chemicals that other people use. And as far as the wedding services, we actually do full service coordination for brides to help alleviate the stress of wedding planning. And in addition to helping plan their wedding, if they are stressed, then we do have the capability to provide them the massages that they need. So it goes hand in hand, and we basically take care of the bride from day one until after their honeymoon, because it's a passion for me. I had a hard time planning my wedding, and I would have loved the assistance of someone who was professional who could help out with some of those things.
And speaking of weddings, who doesn't love a wedding cake? Next, we turn to an award-winning culinary artist who calls this city her home. Sumi Campbell from Sumi's Oven in Carmel Mountain Ranch shows us what makes her edible delights virtual masterpieces. Sumi Campbell has a tough job. Every day she faces the tough challenge of making dreams come true. And not just any dreams, cake dreams. And she loves every minute of it.
Yeah, it started off me watching my mom make treats for, our festival. I even used to make cakes out of sand. I used to pack them in little cooking stuff and make, sand cakes. And I used to watch, my friends bring in different kinds of birthday cakes, to school to celebrate their birthdays. So I guess that kind of sparked off an interest in, learning how to bake and decorating cakes. So I slowly started a home-based business in Singapore. I started probably when I was 18 years old. It took me about 10 years probably to build up the courage to leave Singapore to travel across the world and come to the Culinary Institute of America.
Sumi has developed an artistic flair in the art of baking and cake decorations. crafting delicious and whimsical creations, and sometimes surprisingly realistic cakes that could make anyone second guess if they are actually cakes, until tasted.
It's like the main thing at the party. You know, I've done cakes like shape of a pumpkin for Halloween. I've done a bobcat excavator recently for a groom's cake. I've done a Rolex watch cake. Sometimes it's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, when you actually see the final product and we see somebody's face when they look at it, it's really rewarding. I've had a lady who came in here to get her guitar cake. She literally was in tears when she saw it. So it really makes my day when I know people appreciate what I do for them. The cake kind of makes a statement now. It's like a wow effect when you walk into the room, like, wow, that's a cake. So I would say there's fairly a good amount of people who really care about what the cakes look like. It kind of makes a statement. It's who they are. They want to kind of show that or represent that with the cake, I would say.
And San Diego loves Sumi's Oven. Twice selected by Wedding Wire for its Bride's Choice Awards, Sumi has found a way to stay fresh and creative in a field with ever-changing trends and challenging requests for unique cake designs.
Just putting everything together, when I see it as one whole picture, I think that's the moment I enjoy the most. Because when it's all in bits and pieces, sometimes you don't know how it's going to come out, and until when it's all said and done and it's all there in front of you, I think that's the part I like most.
To make your cake dreams come true or to learn more about Sumi's Oven, visit sumisoven.com. And Sumi's Oven is just one example of the superior quality of culinary arts we have available to us here in San Diego. And if you haven't had enough of the tantalizing cuisine, well, you're in luck. Our next segment features a place that is the definition of superior dining. Join me to learn more about a restaurant unlike any other in the nation. Cremalose. On our last show, we featured a new restaurant in the Gaslamp, which is fast becoming the go-to place for any time of day, opening their doors as early as 8 a.m. on the weekends and closing as late as 2 a.m. This restaurant promises to satisfy any craving, anytime. Cremalose is a modern European eatery and bakery located in the historic hardware building in downtown San Diego's Gaslamp district. You can visit Cremalose for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late-night dining. Cremalose combines the classics everyone loves, such as oven-baked pizzas, paninis, and pastas, as well as traditional European options for those who love to try something new in fine dining. And the only thing as good as Cremalose's exceptional eating options is their amazing cocktail bar, featuring imported and house wines, beers, and specialty cocktails that you'll only find here. You can take advantage of Cremalose's wide selection of wines, beers, and cocktails every day of the week from 3 to 7. Cremalose's happy hour includes an array of food options such as oven-baked pizza, crab cakes, and ahi tuna. And if you're in the mood for something a little sweeter, Cremalose is proud to offer an extensive dessert counter, featuring over 40 cakes made in-house in individual serving sizes, as well as over 24 flavors of gelato. And let's not forget Cremalose. Cremalose is a new type of gelato that is fresh fruit-based with a creamy texture. And Cremalose in San Diego is the only place in the nation where you can try it. If you haven't already delighted your taste buds with a visit to Cremalose, located at 5th Avenue, downtown San Diego, come see what all the rave is about. Visit Cremalose, where they satisfy any craving, anytime. Well, that food looks amazing, but sometimes just looking at food and desserts is enough to make you feel like it's time to burn some calories. But have no fear, because E&L TV has your solution. Next, we'll take you to a premier health club and spa, the Sporting Club San Diego, where they feature every amenity you could want, including tennis courts, a junior Olympic pool, top-notch equipment, as well as seasoned trainers. Next, we're going to send it over to personal trainer Chris Machane, who is going to give us some valuable tips on how to burn fat with interval training.
Hi, Chris Machane coming to you here from the Sporting Club at the Aventine. Thank you for joining us for another fitness tip of the week. Today we're going to talk about Tabata training intervals. Tabata intervals are a great way to increase fat burning. Today I have Elisa with me. She's going to help me demonstrate some of the exercises. Now to understand Tabata intervals, what we do is we do a 20-second interval followed by a 10-second set of recovery. Now you're going to do 8 rounds of this. Now in this instance what I have is I want to have her do 4 exercises. She's going to do a butt-to-ball squat. She's going to do a medicine ball slam. She's going to go into a burpee, and finally she's going to finish with a kettlebell swing. Again, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery. Ready? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Now when you're doing these intervals, again, they're quick 20-second intervals, so you want to go as fast as you can. You're trying to get as many reps as you can go. She sped up just a little bit when I said that, so I like to see that. Good job. 5 seconds. They go by quick. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Now again, I'm going to give her a 10-second recovery. This is called negative recovery. She's getting less recovery than she's working. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay? Having her do a medicine ball slam here. She's reaching way up with that medicine ball and then using her whole body to bring it down into the ground. I'm seeing flexion at the hips, the knees, and the ankles. When you're doing a medicine ball slam, make sure you get all the way to the ground. Nice job, Elisa. You got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Okay, third exercise, we're going to do a burpee. Okay. Doing great. Keep it going here. Heart rate's getting up. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Full burpee here. Okay, I'm having her bring her chest to the ground. She's coming up and then jumping up, hands overhead. You can progress yourself into this one too. You don't need to do the push-up and you don't need to do the jump. She's doing the full range here. You got 5 seconds left. Come on, Elisa. One more. Time. Okay, good. All right, we got one last exercise. She's breathing hard. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last exercise, kettlebell swings here. Good. Driving her hips. Posture staying nice and upright. Bringing that kettlebell up. Again, this is your last one here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Whew. All right, good job. All right, again, Tabata intervals are a great way to increase fat burning, jack up that heart rate. Next time you're in the gym, give them a try. Thanks again for joining us for another fitness tip of the week, and we'll see you next time.
So far in the show, we've seen some of San Diego's best, and there's still so much left to explore. But before we continue to explore our home city, this is the time of year when most people pack up their favorite gear and trek to other parts of the country or the world. With that in mind, we've brought you experts on the topic of travel into our studio today. Pat and Wayne Dunlap, authors of Plan Your Escape, Secrets of Traveling the World for Less Than the Cost of Living at Home. Pat and Wayne, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Well, thank you for having us. This is exciting.
In fact, I hear you just flew in very recently.
We just got in from Alaska. So
it's amazing. Now, you've traveled 100 countries in total, 6 continents, 44 of the United States of America, and just in the last 2 years, 51 countries. It's amazing. Now, let's just...
It's exciting.
It is, but where did it all come from? Where did it start?
Well, you know, we had a dream to go see the world, and of course we were raising family and things like that. We could only take our 2-week vacations like most people, and we could only see so much. So when we sold our business, and before we started our new business, I went to Pat and I said, why don't we take 3 months off and go see some of the things we always wanted to see?
And I said, why don't we take a year off, rent our house out, and really have an adventure?
And, you know, I said, gosh, Americans can't take a year off. It's just not done. And so what I did is I went down and looked at my spreadsheets, and I figured out a way that we could travel for for months for the same cost it took us to travel for our 2-week vacations. So we took off, and we went and saw the Greek Isles, and we went to the northern lake district of Italy and saw Lake Como in that area. We took a Panama Canal cruise, and we went and hopped the Dalmatian coastline. So some of the places we always dreamed about. And it was wonderful. We wanted to have every day to be a new adventure. We wanted to have more romance.
More romance. That's my
goal.
Yeah.
And we want to wake up excited every single day with new adventures, new foods to eat, new people to meet. And that's what started this whole thing.
What's so interesting is that when we were talking earlier, Pat, you said something to me that was just very surprising. You said, we can't afford to stay at home.
That's right. There's so many travel deals out there right now. And what we do is we rent our house out. Our house is rented now. and we rent our house out for a week, sometimes 2 weeks, sometimes a little longer, depending on what the people want to do. And then we take off, and that takes care of all of our expenses at home, and it gives us extra income to pay for our travel. And we find a lot of deals with the internet. It's just magical now.
Now let's talk a little bit about cruises.
Yes.
That's kind of one of your favorite things.
Oh, I think they're so romantic. I love them. So whenever there's an option of getting on the internet and finding some good deals, of course, I go and check the cruises. We just came back from Alaska. Right now, Alaska is on sale. They had trouble in Mexico, so a lot of the cruise ships in Mexico are not going, and they put them all up in Alaska. So there's fabulous deals to be had. We just went for 7 days on a 5-star cruise for $402.
Wow.
And it was amazing. You know, we had a fabulous time, and we truly enjoyed it. That was our 44th state. We travel all over the world, and people say, well, what do you think if you're Alaska? And go, oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed we hadn't been there yet.
Well, Pat, since you love cruises so much, I think you're really going to like our next segment. We're going to take it to our own San Diego Flagship Cruises and Events, who's going to take us on a trip down our shoreline. There is nothing better in the summer than being out on San Diego's beautiful waterways. And one of the best ways to truly enjoy San Diego's beauty is with Flagship Cruises and Events, a San Diego tradition. Operating since 1915, a flagship cruise is an experience every tourist and San Diego native must experience. This family-owned business is a unique attraction which offers the best of San Diego, combining the fun, flavors, and liveliness of a night in town with the enchanting tranquility of a night on the bay. Flagship Cruises and Events are one of a kind. They offer nightly dinner and dance cruises along San Diego's world-famous bay, with the beautiful backdrop of the San Diego skyline and the impressive Coronado Bridge. Flagship Cruises and Events also features award-winning champagne and brunch cruises. Executive Chef Brian Gist showed us firsthand why the cuisine of Flagship Cruises matches the quality of a fine restaurant. Each gourmet dish is individually prepared and beautifully presented. The quality and ambience of Flagship Cruises has long been a favorite for not just a romantic dinner out, but corporate events too, as well as weddings and any of life's special celebrations. Nothing compares with the experience of a Flagship cruise. The friendly and professional staff of Flagship Cruises and Events are ready to help you bring your San Diego cruise dream to life. To book your next cruise or to learn more about Flagship Cruises and Events, go to flagshipsd.com. Again, we're back with Wayne and Pat Dunlap, who are authors of this great book, who have countless travel experience and who decided to take 2 years off, rented their home, and just traveled the world. Now, I know you have countless examples of your trips in this book and your blog, but tell us a little bit about how you can do this for $100 a day, or less than $100 a day sometimes.
Well, in the book, there's hundreds of ideas, but can I give you a couple ideas?
Please do.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
What we do is we travel off-season. And what happens if you go during the peak seasons, you get the crowds, it's hot, and you have more expensive. So you go slightly off-season, which typically is the spring and the fall, you can get half the cost of your trips, and you have better weather and less crowds, and it's wonderful. Another good idea that we do is we watch the news very carefully. And for example, right now, there's a lot of concern about Greece. We see it in all the networks, demonstrations, but that's pretty much isolated to Athens. But people have cut their trips totally out for Greece. The tourism's down almost by 50%. And so that makes bargains all through, including the Greek Isles, which is one of our favorite places in the world. So right now, for example, the Greek Isles during peak season is on sale.
And then we like staying in local bed and breakfasts that are not like the American big hotels. And we love eating in the small restaurants owned by the local mom and dads, you know, and it's very fun, and you get the real flavor of the area that you're in, and it makes it very exciting. We also rent our house out, and we do house exchanges to really help the finances of keeping our costs down so we can go further.
That really allows you to stay within your budget.
That's correct.
That's great. Vacationing for $100 a day seems doable, but still many San Diegans like to stay close to home. If you are more interested in a staycation adventure, then we have the perfect solution for you without having to leave our great city. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Brandon Peridot, Marketing Manager for Not Soak City, San Diego. It's hard to believe it's already August because we've had so much fun down here already this summer, but don't worry, there's still plenty of time to come down and enjoy the park. We got all sorts of rides here at the park. We got rides for every age. We got a kiddie area, which is right behind us, and kids 42 inches plus can have a great time over there. We got big slides around the backside of the park for the bigger kids. We got world-class thrill rides for the whole family, and it's a great place for moms to bring their kids down because not only can all the kids have a great time at the park, mom can relax, grab a drink at the bar. We have some great food here. We really pride ourselves on our food selection. We host birthday parties here. You can call our group sales department and book a birthday party from 10 people to as many people as you want. We do company picnics, family reunions. Our picnic facilities can hold from 25 people up to 2,500 people. So pretty much any size group you want to bring, we can accommodate it. Again, the season is almost over, but there's still plenty of time to come down and have some fun. We got the whole month of August that we're open for daily operation. We still got weekends in September. We got season passes still on sale for $64.99. You come 2 or 3 times, it's already paid for itself, and there's still plenty of great weather left, plenty of fun to be had here at the park. And if you plan in advance, you can even get a 3-day advance ticket online for $24.99 for adults. That's only $1 more than our kids' price, which is always $23.99. But don't worry, if you wait till the last minute, you can still get our tickets online for $27.99 a piece. For those of you that don't like buying online, we always got tickets at the gate available. We got Southern California discounts, AAA discounts, and we always have coupons and different promotions out there in the marketplace. You can always check Soak City SD or even follow us on Facebook for some special fun stuff that we like to do for our Facebook fans. Well, don't let summer slip away because it's not summer until you come down and enjoy the water park. So make sure that you get down here at least once or twice before the season's over. Come have some fun in the water, enjoy the sun, and basically just have a great time with us down at the water park. We hope to see you here this summer.
Thank you so much, Brandon Peridot, for that wonderful visit to Not Soak City, which is a great staycation destination if you decide to stay in San Diego. But if you're like me and you're itching to travel, then we have the travel experts for you. We are joined again by Pat and Wayne Dunlap, who are the authors of Plan Your Escape: Secrets of Traveling the World for Less Than the Cost of Living at Home. Thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, it's great.
It's been a great show. We love all the tidbits that you've been giving us.
Well, thank you.
Now, you are also a writer for the Huffington Post, and you are a media contributor for many other outlets. But I hear that you might have a television show that we might be able to watch?
Yes, we do, and we're so excited about it. We've just been offered the chance to share our secrets with the world. The show is going to be called Plan Your Escape, just the same name as the book. And what we're going to do is we're going to take people to beautiful, wonderful places around the world, just like you see in a lot of other travel shows. But we're going to do something uniquely different, which we think is going to be wonderful. We're going to show people how they can achieve their travel dreams, how they can find the planning tools, how they can afford it, how they can find the budget-finding strategies on their own. So we're going to show people that traveling can be more affordable, safer, and healthier than they actually think, and we're going to get people on the road. The other thing we're going to be doing, and we're really excited about, is most of the travel shows that we watch, and I love travel shows, is either hosted by a male or a female, but we're going to be doing it both. We're going to give the male and female perspective. And men and women look at everything different, including travel, and so it's kind of fun to tie it together. So.
And I'm going to bring more of the romantic side into it. You know, he's going to talk about more of the
nuts and bolts and, and the history and things. I'm a history buff and things like that.
Well, as well as the female perspective on traveling.
That's right. That's
right. Which is very important.
And how to pack, and you know, how to be safe, and how to travel well. It's all these things points that we want to bring out to people so they can take care of themselves as they go and have a wonderful trip.
Pat and Wayne Dunlap, wonderful to have you on the show. We've learned so much, and we continue to learn from you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. This has been just a fun experience.
And to learn more, or to read their blog, or to buy their book, go to planyourescapenow.com. The next time we hear from our wonderful guests will probably be from a far corner of the world. In the meantime, stay right where you are because we've got one more surprise left. Recently, a talented artist graced the Del Mar Fair stage with an energetic concert as part of his national tour. That artist is Matisyahu, and E&L TV had an exclusive interview with the reggae legend.
San Diego has always been shown Matisyahu, shown me a lot of love, and from like when I first started with King Without a Crown, and I've loved to be here. You know, it's a good place. I've always gotten a lot of love here. This latest record's called Spark Seeker. Comes out July 17th. There's moments on the record I can point to, which is kind of cool. When you like songs, but there'll be moments that I'll feel the lyric really resonates with me there. There's the first one that jumps to my mind is the bridge of a song called Baal Shem Tov. The lyric is, it's your life to live, I can't live it for you. It's your time to give, I can't give it for you. It's your fear to lose, I can't lose it for you. Death or life, so choose, and I put both before you. It's a song about a mystic who had this vision where he went up and he saw the Messiah and asked like when he was coming, and that was kind of the message that was like given over to him with those words. Where just been a decision or something has just become very clear. You know what I mean? When you're struggling with something and then struggling with it and then all of a sudden just like the lights go on. So that's kind of like the moment I had, and that's the idea, I guess, behind the record of this spark, you know, like seeking that spark of inspiration. It started out being made with me and the producer Kojak, who works with Dr. Luke. He's worked on like a lot of Kesha, Flo Rida, like a lot of top 40 records, but he has kind of a hip hop kind of background, and he's just extremely talented producer. I've gotten to work with a lot of people and seen a lot of people, and just his musicality, and just the type of person he is, very easy to work with. We started making beats and writing songs, and it was different, but it sounded really cool. And then we decided to go to Israel, and that gave it a different twist. It gave it more of a mysterious and a darker kind of shadings to it, you know, a little bit more Middle Eastern sounding. So it's got like a world music kind of sound mixed with more of a futuristic electronic, but like with an old, kind of like a hip hop, old school kind of feel to it. I don't know. With my flow, which has kind of like a reggae thing going on, it's very hard very hard for me to try to figure out exactly what it is, because it's so all over the place, you know. I have to have the outlet, you know, that I have to be able to perform, because that was always a thing that I loved from the time I was a kid, you know. That's when I started beatboxing and, you know, growing up and getting into music and having music as my sort of like my blanket. When you have good music around you, that's what inspires me mainly, you know.
Today we had the chance to see some of San Diego's most amazing places and businesses, and we've had San Diego's very own expert traveling couple offer some valuable traveling tips. Now, as you know, our slogan here on E&L TV is "We're everything San Diego," and we're proud to be able to showcase our beautiful city and bring you, our viewers, the best of San Diego month after month. We hope that you enjoy this fabulous summer, and we'll see you on our next show. I'm Maya Trabulsi from all of us here at E&L TV. Thanks for watching.